What is going on, everyone? Welcome back to another edition of finding the best places to get coffee in Sunraysia. Let's get stuck into the video. Alright, so we're on the work commute. It's almost Christmas at the time of this filming. We are the 23rd today. Yeah, a couple of days out to Christmas, so that's really exciting. But yeah, we're on the work commute this morning. A couple of big shifts leading up to Christmas, so needing all the coffee we can get now. I didn't want to feature this place in the coffee video, I will admit wholeheartedly. It'll be starting to make sense to you as I describe this place. It is a very quick way to get a coffee. It is fairly cheap, I think, compared to other coffees maybe, but it should be because it's horrid. But yeah, look, I get these coffees more than I'd like to. I promise you that. If I'm in a hurry or I'm outside of like normal coffee times, or it's like 4 o'clock in the morning on the way to work sometimes, then it's this place. Yeah, it's Macca's. Right, we've got a lot of recommendations for it. People that swear by their Macca's coffees. Personally, I don't go so much on them, but for the purpose of the vlog, I'm gonna do it well-rounded, gonna give them a fair chance. You know, everyone deserves a chance, so we're probably gonna end up at a bloody Coles instant coffee review, because why not? There's now an iced latte in the shell that you can just buy a cup of ice and put it under the coffee machine, so that's technically a real iced latte as well, if you count the beans being real. So yeah, there's lots of silly stuff, but one of the best is got to be Macca's. So anyway, we're getting it for the purpose of the vlog. I'll work out where else we're going to go in this video as well, probably 2 or 3, but so a big shout out to all the Sunraysia love we got on our last 2 Sunraysia videos. And if you haven't seen as well, there is the Halls Gap coffee review is up there as well. We rated the best coffee while we're in Halls Gap, so that's a really cool one. Yeah, suss it out. Yeah, could I just get a large iced latte, please? And could I just grab a regular iced latte as well, please? Oh, actually, sorry, could I just cancel the regular? I'll keep the large, sorry, I just got a text. I don't need to get 2. That's it, thank you. Cheers. Right, so it's $5.65 for the iced latte. So it's large. It's a very big one. It's bigger than you'd get probably anywhere else. It's large. I don't know what you want me to say. Usually they're flat lids. Usually they end up all over me. I'm trying to bring a positive outlook to this. It's $5.65. It's less than $6. It's probably the cheapest coffee you're going to get in Sunraysia. It's quite a way this morning, but they're super quick, which is why, like, when I'm backed into a corner and I have no choice and I just need to get that coffee, then Macca's wins more often than I'd like it to. I promise you that. But getting closer to this Christmas Macca's coffee. It's for you people. It's for you. You too. See ya. Another step closer. I was wrong before. It's 6. My whole card number's in it. Right, so I was wrong before. It was $6.10. So that's changed my perspective a little. It wasn't a good perspective to start with, I'll be very honest, but anyway, we're here. Alright, so the coffee is secured. It's a big boy. Another note, it's a flat lid, and it hasn't gone over me yet. It looks like it has the potential though, like it's all in around the ring, you know what I mean? Like, there's scary bits where it looks like it's going to end up everywhere, so we'll see, but I'm going to review just this coffee, not the ones I've had there before. I'm trying to get them out of my mind. Just this coffee, this one that I'm having in the video. Here it goes. That one? Wow.
Wow.
Okay, Macca's. Okay, alright. I see you. That's not a bad coffee. That's really not a bad coffee. That, why? Why is it not shit? What's happened? I will be very honest. This is a great coffee. This is a really, really good coffee. I only had a Macca's coffee about a week ago, and it feels like you get the iced latte with 10 sugars, right? They're terrible usually. They're awful. But wow, this is not like that at all. This is actually very enjoyable. I'm shocked. I am shocked. I don't know why. It almost tastes like a double shot. That's probably why. Maybe it's a double shot by accident, or it's a little bit more. Now, usually I would order a double shot, but I'm trying to just not do that. Trying to give everyone the normal taste of what a standard iced latte would be. And this is really good. This is really good. It was $6.10, so it's on the cheaper end. I thought it was $5.65 for some reason. I'm sure the window said $5.65 and it wasn't. Doesn't matter. $6.10. It's big, so if you like wanted a road trip coffee on the way out of town or something, great coffee for that. So there's a couple of extra points there. I'm hating myself saying this. I really am. If you needed context, it was the Irymple Macca's too. That's usually the only one I go to because my car doesn't fit in the Deacon one. So Irymple Macca's. That legitimately is quite a good coffee. So all things considered, now this is getting big points because, I'll tell you why, because some days we start at 6 or if not earlier, and you cannot physically get a coffee anywhere else apart from a servo. So most coffee shops open at 7, at 6 o'clock you're not getting a coffee anywhere else except for Macca's. And I hate to say it, and they're probably not great at 4 AM either, I'll tell you that. That's probably why. But that is a really good coffee right now. You can get it at any time. So if you're a shift worker or whatever like myself, then you really need somewhere that's not the normal times to be open. I can't believe it. I'm chuffed with that. That's a really good coffee. It doesn't compare to a coffee shop, I will say that. Like, if I was going somewhere else, like a normal coffee shop, a standard that does just coffee, then obviously it's not going to beat that. But this is an 8.9, and a lot of that's based on the ability to get it at whatever time. But this is a great coffee. So Irymple Macca's, today you have smashed this. I've had some shockers, I'll say. I've had some that have felt like 10 sugars, and that's all they've felt like. Like, it's felt like a coffee flavored milkshake in the past. This is not that at all. This is a solid iced latte. It's not as good as some of the others, but it doesn't have to be. It's Macca's, and you can get it whenever you want. So 8.9, $6.10. Macca's Irymple. I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you. You might have just got me back. Let's go. Nice. Good morning, everyone. Merry Christmas Eve, wherever you're watching this from. Yes, it's the day before Christmas. Today we got Macca's. We got a lot of reviews for that, and I was surprisingly surprised. It was actually a really good coffee. Surprisingly surprised. Anyway, another drive-through today on the way home from a night shift. So pretty keen to get a drive-through coffee. You don't really want to be spotted out in the public. So drive-through is a good option this morning. And one of those is actually at the Thirsty Camel bottle shop on 11th Street heading towards Merbeen. It's called Just Coffee, as far as I'm aware. It's a little coffee cafe stand thing. I've driven past it plenty of times. I've just like never needed a coffee at that time. It's hard to describe. I don't know how I'm justifying that, but yeah, I haven't needed to stop at that point. I've kind of already got my coffee by the time I get to here, and I work pretty close to it. I just usually already have a coffee by that point. So yeah, if you're coming in from Merbeen, this is the perfect spot on your way into town for work. But yeah, we're gonna head to Just Coffee. A lot of good reviews of this so far, so we're gonna see what we can get. Iced latte coming up. This is how we pull in here. Just Coffee to go. bottle shop. Now, wow, 6 AM. That is a revelation. Now it's saying they're closed Christmas Day and Boxing Day, so obviously I'm not getting a coffee here again tomorrow, and fair enough too, but this is really cute, like really, really cute. And 6 AM to 10 AM, Monday to Friday, is the opening hours of this little van, and it's cute. All right, there's a couple of cars in line, so we'll see how long this sort of takes. Very good, mate. Yourself? That's good. Do you do an iced latte? Yep. Legend. Can I just get one of them, please?
Cream and ice cream?
No, just milk and coffee, please. Thank you. Coffee secured. Now this is quite a revelation today. That was a whole experience. Off the bat, the little coffee trailer, it's called Just Coffee at Thirsty Camel Bottle Shop, 11th Street. Little family place. It's clearly the people that run the Thirsty Camel. I'm gonna guess a husband and wife. They get along like they are. Apologies if they're not. That's gonna be really awkward if they're not. But anyway, just a man and a man lady there together making coffee. And yeah, it's really cute. They were in a Christmassy outfits, I guess. It's Christmas Eve. There's tinsel and stuff around. It was really nice. And they asked if I wanted like the special, the way they normally do an iced latte. So I think it's a bit of caramel in there. Now I normally don't get caramel. I normally don't get anything in anything. Like I don't want the caramel to outweigh the coffee flavor and such. But they were so lovely, and they're like, oh, it's the way we usually do it. So absolutely, I'm down for that. If that's the way you do it, then we're getting the full experience. We're getting the way you do it. And there is actually, it's hard to see, maybe chocolate powder on top. Like that's a hell of a job. That's a really lovely touch to a really good looking coffee already. And it gets better than that. We're gonna hold the coffee for a second. And you got this little bad boy for free. I guess he's a rice bubble cake of some description. I'm probably butchering that too, so you can get a free review of that little fella after the coffee as well. So that was free. That was a free little Merry Christmas. I'll suss out how much it was. I didn't really check when they gave it to me, but really nice experience leading up to getting the coffee. So I mean, if the coffee's good here, this is knocked out of the park. I mean, this video specifically has McDonald's to compare to at the moment, but the Macca's was a very good coffee. So here goes. Wow.
Wow.
Wow. That is really, really good. Wow.
Wow.
Yeah, this is very lovely. This is very, very lovely. It's a little bit of an outlier because I don't usually get flavors in it. So I feel like I'm going against the code by getting flavors in this one. But I don't care, because this is a phenomenal coffee, whether it has chocolate or like chocolate dust or caramel or whatever it has. This feels like Santa has kissed this coffee himself and then gave it to me. This tastes like what Santa would make for Mrs. Claus. You know, like he would do a little bit extra, and he has here. She has. Mrs. Claus has done a lovely thing here. So it is a big lid. You can see that there, obviously, but also a big straw, which I like a lot. Big straw gets you good volume, and I'm usually trying to pump the coffee into me, so the big straw is a big positive there. So big lid, another big tick. So yeah, we're not seeing so many flat lids, which is good to see. I'm probably divisive in the community. People might like their flat lids. Personal opinion, I do like the big lid. Big straw. Alright, and the additional thing, because they threw it in, so they're getting extra minutes on this video, is this little rice bubbly cake thing that looks really good. So yeah, look, we're eating the whole thing in one bite. You already know it. That's how big it is. It's all going in. It's all going in. I have no words. Like, I really don't have words for how good that was. It's like, if you've had Mars bar slice, it's probably just an Aussie thing. I'm sure it doesn't get out anywhere outside this country, but if you've had Mars bar slice, that was like a little Mars bar slice. In-depth coffee review now, like I should be. Stop yapping. All right, coffee was $8, so it's kind of on the top end of the prices of what we pay in Mildura, but also it did have flavoring in it. So usually you're paying like $1 extra for the like caramel or chocolate or whatever. So I imagine that I probably paid for that. So that's okay. So it was probably $7, I would say, without the flavoring. So let's go. I'm gonna call it $7. Free thing with it. I'm sure that doesn't happen often. I'm sure that's just a Christmas type giveaway. Maybe it's not. Maybe they do that all the time. If they do, holy cow. But anyway, $7. Very quick in the drive-through, and it is a drive-through. You can walk up as well, but it's a drive-through there. It's 6 a.m. Open a whole extra hour on nearly any other coffee shop. So Macca's was yesterday. This video might become places to get a coffee before 7 a.m, to be honest. Yeah, it is. All right. Rewind to the start of the video. It's places to get a coffee before 7 a.m. Shift workers, all that stuff. Boom, light bulb moment. Anyway, $7 coffee, super quick, drive through, how many things? Open before 7 a.m. And the coffee itself, big lid, and the coffee itself is really, really good. Now I can tell that it would be a little bit different without flavoring, and I think I'd actually prefer it without the flavoring, because I do really like a strong coffee, and I can feel it in there. The strong coffee flavor is in there. I just agreed to the syrup, like caramel syrup and like chocolate dust on top, which is a really, really nice like desserty sort of coffee. Not desserty, I don't know what I'm trying to say. It's just not like a knockout punch that maybe you need on the way to work. This is like a slow it down and enjoy it coffee, which I don't do too often. So this is nice. This is making me drink it slow and really enjoy it. So Just Coffee, 11th Street, Thirsty Camel Bottle Shop. They're open Monday to Friday, 6 a.m. to 10 a.m. And that is one of the best coffees I've had. They're getting that's a 9.8. That absolutely is a 9.8 rating. With everything wrapped into one. And yeah, it's Christmas and they gave me a free thing. Yeah, so there's a few things boosting them up, and particularly the 6 a.m. thing is a big help. So 6 a.m. and the little freebie, they're up there. They're right up there. 9.8 at Just Coffee. Let's go. All right, so odd one. We're going to keep on going with the places you can get coffee before 6 a.m. on your work day. Kind of throwing this one in there for fun, but we'll see. It's the Coles Ready Express, 15th Street and San Mateo? Eddie Wonder. 15th and Eddie Wonder. This is the big fella here. So we're gonna go in. They're only like $3 for an iced latte. Now it's not a barista made coffee. This is coming out of the fridge. I'll show you what I mean. It comes out of the fridge, you take it to the coffee machine and you get it. So it's like $3. We'll have a good comparison to a real made coffee, but for only $3 and they're open at 6 a.m. Let's go get it. to stop them. That was a little scary. Okay. Yeah, for anyone that hasn't, like, for some reason believed my point about the flat lid thing, it's happened. Look at that. I love that. Anyways, $3 coffee. What do I expect? Okay. I might not have pressed the right settings. It just says, grab this cup, take it to the machine, and it doesn't say like what setting to press for this. I assume this would be an iced latte, but the only thing that was there was an iced coffee, so it's like super frothy. Don't know. It's quite strong, which is nice. It's got that going for it. But this predicament that's happened, and there's no way to stop that. It fills it up itself, and then you just have to put the lid on when it's like boiled over the top. I'm struggling to give this words. I'm probably going to struggle to finish it too. I will just say that you definitely don't want to be drinking this in the car. So if you're grabbing and going, yeah, it's going to end in tears. Like, I'm in black clothes today. I wear a white shirt quite a lot. I would not be if I was getting these regularly. But that being said, only $3 means that, means a lot of things actually. Justifies quite a bit. You could get 2 coffees for the price of 1. 2 and nearly even 3. But would I get 2 or 3? It's okay. It's not awful. It's definitely not awful. And for $3, I should pull my head in a bit. $3 is shockingly cheap. Local hooligan. It's like 7:15 a.m. currently, and there's a hooligan on the road. Anyways, this is not that bad. It's really not that bad. $3. You can't. Just as I was like half pumping the tires up of this coffee, the flat lid thing, it's got me in a stranglehold. Anyway, this has been the video. It's gonna be like sub part 1 of places you can get a coffee before 7 a.m. If you start work early, like half the world probably does, if you do shift work, any of those things, and you need a coffee before 7 a.m. because most coffee shops are 7, then these are 3 of the places that you can do it. I will link all of them in the description. I don't know how I'm going to link a servo, but I will. And yeah, we will see you in the next video. So let us know if you liked this type setup of places you can go before 7 a.m. or if you have any ideas for like sub videos to the finding the best places to get coffee in Sunraysia, then hit us up. But this is episode 3 of best places to get coffee in Sunraysia and part 1 of the before 6 a.m. before 7 a.m. I guess. Open from 6 a.m. So alright, thanks for the love. Like, share and subscribe if you would be so kind, and follow us on Instagram and TikTok at Wanderlost Wild Travel. See you next time. Just realising as well, I didn't even like give an actual rating for the Ready Coles Express bloody iced disappointment that I got out of the fridge. I don't know why I'm being disappointed. Like, I knew exactly what I was getting. What else are you getting for $3? We're not in Thailand or Bali or somewhere that's silly cheap. It was $3. And right up till the point that it went all over me, which is like, how do you buy something that you know you're gonna wear? Like, how can you even sell something that you know you're gonna wear? Now the issue is probably that it's in ice like there's a cup of ice and you're jamming the coffee in that and it's gonna like bubble up and do all these such things, then okay, like I don't know what else is gonna happen, but how can you sell it when it does that? Like when you're just guaranteed to have a shit day after having that coffee. So I was on my way home enjoying the first coffee that I had. It's Christmas Eve, all happy vibes, going home to have a sleep before going back to work again. And all happy vibes though, like everything is good in the world. And then I figured, why not destroy a perfectly good coffee that I'd had by getting something from a machine that I couldn't work out myself. And it's only $3 and yeah, look, there wasn't a queue. I will say this, there was not a queue to get that coffee. So much more to say. This has been places you can get a coffee before 7 AM in Sunraysia, and the best places to get coffee in Sunraysia. And I did find a very serious contender in this video at Just Coffee at the Thirsty Camel, and I found two lackluster contenders that probably shouldn't be in our best places to get coffee in Sunraysia video, but they are, and it's fun, and we're having fun doing it. Thanks for 100 subs. Let's go!